Hello. Fantasy's Point Podcast. Coming back at you. Been a while. Shouldn't have left you without something to listen to. The Celtics won. Mr. Sports fan there. You're up 2-0. I don't care. The team's just been it's just not fun this year. I watched, I would say, with the exception of the last 25 games, once Kyrie started, chirping. That was probably what, 20 games to go, 25 games to go.
It was like right after the All-Star break.
Give or take.
Yeah, right after the All-Star break.
Well, the All-Star break, they don't have that many games left after.
Exactly.
No,
it was right before, because I remember I didn't even want to root for him during the All-Star break.
Oh, that's right. He didn't even travel with the team, and then he went to the game. Okay, yeah. So, all right, but I was still on board.
Yeah.
I hadn't jumped off the Kyrie bandwagon yet. Well, I still kind of haven't. I'm right on the edge. But anyway.
Well, let me ask you this, though, real quick. What if the Celtics win it all this year? What if they get to the finals?
We're going to get to that.
Okay.
I thought about this at length, and I have an answer to that question, and we'll get to it real soon. But first off, here I go. So, you asked me a question, and it was basically, what if Kyrie brings a title to Boston? How will I feel then? Well, I have an answer for your question, sir. That's exactly how I feel. Okay? I am like a really hot chick, like a smoking hot chick. And I've been dating this guy now for what, about a year and a half, 2 years?
Yeah.
And he's, he might be the one, but there's some things there that you're like, I don't know.
Some relationship issues.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think the only thing that would make me commit to this guy is a ring.
I do.
So I don't know. Maybe I gotta fake a pregnancy or kidnap him. I don't know yet. But the point is, I'm not completely off the Kyrie bandwagon yet.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty. As you know, I've been pretty close, and so have many other people.
He broke some cardinal rules.
We'll see what happens.
Just for me as a basketball fan.
We'll see what happens. When push comes to shove, if you're on the floor and you're producing, then I guess that's really all that matters, especially around here. So the Celtics are up 2-0. I had a nice time watching the game with both Robs and Carrie there. We were eating tacos and kicking ass, and it was a good time. And it just goes to show you that some of the old adages really do hold up. Like, you get what you put in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're only as strong as your weakest link. Or, to quote the great philosopher Socrates, all you need to succeed in life is chini juice and lots of it.
Jazz.
And jazz. You definitely need some jazz.
You always gotta throw jazz in.
Always need the jazz. And the funk, but we're still trying to figure out where it is. It's a whole thing.
We are gonna have to turn this mother out.
Yeah, So let's just get to some quick hits. Some quick hits. Soul Pies. I don't know if I'm saying the name right here.
Gotta take a call.
Keep going. Well, you kind of.
Hello? Hey, what's up?
Throw me off here. I guess we'll wait. Sometimes the producers, they gotta take breaks. The phone rings, they gotta make pee-pee. Stuff like that. What do I know? Big meanie and striped pants is alone now. Right. So, filler. Patriots schedule came out. I don't know what it looks like. I do know that the Cleveland Browns got 2 Monday Night Football games, which I thought was pretty cool. If you're a football fan, you got to root for the underdog. If you're a fan of the sport, you know what I mean? Like, it just, not gambling, playing fantasy and all that stuff people do for sports now. I don't know. What do I know? Yeah. Just big, meaty, and striped pants who is kind of excited for Cleveland Browns being on 2 Monday Night Football games. That's good. That's good stuff. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. It's not bad. It's good. And how come The Wire's not back on TV? You guys ever think about that? Like, how come Michael's old now and Dookie's older and, you know, they took care of Wallace and, you know, maybe Marlo getting out of jail or Chris, you know, something with the paperwork. How come The Wire isn't back? It's a great show. I'm rewatching a lot of shows that I've seen already because I can't commit to anything new because I just feel it's inferior to what I've already seen. Went on a nice Sopranos binge not too long ago. Rewatched the old Sopranos there, you know, going in and getting the gabagool, dealing with the whoas, and, you know, eating onion rings at the end. And that bugged the shit out of me, the end of the Sopranos. Not when it faded to black, because I didn't watch the show as it was happening. I remember the backlash and the outcries of people when the show ended. You know how the screen, spoiler, 12 years ago, however long it was, the final scene, the screen just fades to black and people thought their cable went out. So, you know, the screen fades to black and what the fuck? Did he get the gabagool or did he, you know, get to the fucking dome? You know what I mean? And that's not what bothered me. What bothered me about the ending, and especially in that last scene, was that he orders onion rings for the table. That's not what bothered me. Onion rings are delicious. But when you go back and you watch the show, they're all eating the onion rings whole. You know what I mean? Like, they just open the mouth and they just pop the whole onion ring in. And I'm sorry, but that's just not accurate. People don't eat onion rings like that. You eat half, and then maybe you dip the other half in some ketchup or some horseradish, you know, like whatever you got at your disposal there, and then you dip in and you're eating and you're crunching and you're onion in, and it's just it's a good time. It's a good time. He's taking a lot longer than I thought he would. So yeah, you know, I was watching The Sopranos, and I've been watching the old Deadliest Catch, you know. And that's one of my favorite shows. The reason why that's one of my favorite shows is I don't have the hardest job in the world, but I feel like I work pretty hard, and it's nice to watch other people work significantly harder for me. Work significantly harder than me. Granted, they make a lot more money, but I ain't doing that shit. You know, I'm good. I'm not bad at manual labor. I'm a big, strong Irish guy. You know what I mean? You need me to pick shit up? I'll fucking pick that up right now. You just watch. You need me to put it down? I'll put it down. It's heavy. But the Deadliest Catch guys, those guys are fucking nuts. You know? I mean, you gotta be to get on a boat. I mean, how stupid is that? You know? Getting on boats? Going out in the water? You know? Boats. No, thank you. You know, like the song "Boats and Hoes." That's a good song, but like, have you thought about what could happen? You know, if you're on the boat and you got the hose, and then you know, you're just hanging out, and you got nachos, you got lemon heads, and the hose, and you're on your dad's boat.
Ooh, what's going on?
Well, finally, somebody decided to come on back here. I've been talking about absolute nonsense since you left.
Perfect.
Because I wanted to actually get into something serious, and then you decided to, like, you know, big time me. Anyway, luckily for me, this isn't going on your memory card. I'm already ready to rock with this bitch.
Yeah.
So we're gonna throw you under the bus there. So Sol Pais. I don't know how to pronounce her name. Did you hear about this? The girl in Colorado.
Vaguely.
Okay. So here's it's not that we fact check, but I did a little bit of research.
Can I say what I know? Just a little bit. All I know is that she was obsessed with like the Columbine shooters
Yeah.
or something, and that she flew there with guns.
She flew from Miami to Chicago, Colorado.
With guns.
I don't know. Nah. How are you going to get on the plane with guns? I think she
That's
got
just
them
what
when she
I
got
read,
there.
man. That's just what
Like
I
I
read.
said, I all I saw was the article, and I read a little bit about it. And Saturday is the anniversary of Columbine, and it's also Hitler's birthday.
And all that stuff.
The only reason I bring it up is it just I don't know. I just wanted to.
Can happen.
Yeah, I just wanted to bring it up.
Happen.
And just, even though you're sitting here trying to have a good time, listen to Patty C talk shit, which he's really good at, he also wants to let you know that, hey, you got to keep them ears perked and them eyes open because shit's popping off everywhere. You just, I'm sorry to say, but you just
Gotta be careful.
you're not safe.
Nah.
You're not safe.
It's real life.
And, so God bless all the people in these horrible school shootings that have happened in the families, and I guess one I don't think it's contrarian, but God bless the people who committed those acts. God bless their parents and their family, because they're victims too. Sometimes you think you did everything you can, and your kid's just a fucking whack job. It happens. So I just wanted to get that out. It was a scary story, and but whatever. Let's get back to something a little more lighthearted. Let's say. So here's something I know you're going to be really interested in James. Is NSYNC did a reunion at Coachella.
Whoa.
Yeah, but here's the thing. They didn't have Justin Timberlake. Yeah. Now listen.
So let me ask.
Hey, listen. Here's how you know that I like NSYNC. One is I know lyrics to some of their songs, but whatever. That's the cards you were dealt growing up with TRL and not Pandora or Slacker or iHeart or whatever the hell other. iTunes is probably a relatively popular way to listen to music.
You got this.
Those
man.
fruit guys, they have an idea as far as what's going on. The fuck was I talking about?
NSYNC.
Oh, NSYNC, my boys, Yeah, fuck that. Those they're a good band. It's a good band, and not only is it a good band, but one of their albums is the same pretty much album art on the CD as the College Dropout Kanye. It's like this circle, like the old Hypnosis things on like old Batman TV shows. And, it just got me thinking. Like, if you were going to do a reunion for, I don't know, let's think of something here, something easy for me. So like the 07-08 Celtics. All right? Shut up. And you... I know there was a fucking reunion. And they were all there. You're ruining my joke. if you went to reunion, shut up. Real quick, I've been watching a lot of the Tough Crowd clips.
Yeah.
And the way they all talk to each other.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Shut up, stupid.
You're retarded.
Yeah.
You know who that was.
Colin, Patrice. Whatever. I'm not going to try and recite all the names. Rich Voss.
All of them.
But the way that they talk to each other is it's so fucking just New England, and just, oh man, it's hilarious. I wish the rest of the world could talk to each other like that and know that it's just words. But anyway, NSYNC did a reunion, and it's like, no Justin Timberlake. And it's like, well, fuck that. It's like going to see the 07-08 Celtics, and it's like, I don't know, Scott Pollard, Scal, and like fucking Gabe Pruitt, you know? Yeah, I know we'll be excited.
$100.
Shut up. Shut up, stupid.
All right, retard.
And, it was just, I was like, what else could you do that with? Like, it's just, bear with me for a minute here. So, like you're watching The Sopranos, right?
Yeah, most
so,
nights.
if you got invited to like a Sopranos dinner.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, 4 of the main guys are going to be there. And it's like Artie Bucco.
Yeah. Love Artie Bucco. Artie Bucco. Artie Bucco gonna, ask for his money.
The fucking cop who had big pussy. Like the DEA guy with the lisp.
Chubby guy, kind of.
Yeah. Dr. Melfi's therapist. Some other fucking random.
Dr. Melfi's therapist kid.
Yeah, exactly. And then like, give me a 4th one here.
Fucking Johnny Sack's wife.
I like Ginny Sack.
Ginny Sack.
Ginny Sack was a good lady.
I like Ginny Sack.
I like Ginny Sack. I'd be happy to meet Ginny Sack.
100%.
But like,
I'd be happy to meet all these people. I'm not. This joke's not about me.
Don't be an asshole. But you see where I'm going with this.
Yeah.
All right. So let's. All right. Fine. You're not going to help me here. Let's do The Wire. So let's say you get to go and meet the guys from The Wire, and you meet. It's Presbo.
Yeah.
Fuck you. No. All right, fine. You want to play this?
No, let me
game?
just.
No, fuck you.
Let me just say one thing. Let me just say one thing.
Shut up, stupid.
No, hey. You sounded retarded.
Shut up, stupid. So, listen to a convenience. Let me finish my point here.
Okay.
So,
fine. Pain and suffering.
Fine. You want to play that game? I got you, bitch. So, let's say it's Kima's girlfriend, Daniel's his wife, McNulty's wife, and the first Omar gay boyfriend. Huh?
Come on, man.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what you're going to say when you show up. That's my point. Thank you very much.
Got you. I'm just a guy who likes great supporting characters. Not the shit ones.
Listen, James, we all do.
Not
you know what I
ones.
mean? Smoke them if you got them.
Let me just say this. My favorite Celtic of all time.
Well,
say it.
I don't have to. I know.
Leon
Poe.
Leon Poe.
Leon Poe.
Not the original
Poe?
number 0.
I don't know if I'm saying his name
Big
right.
shinned Leon Poe. Giant calves. I don't care what that girl at the game said in 2007. Big calf Leon Poe.
BC Poe.
BC Poe. Favorite Celtic. Not my favorite basketball player of all time, who happens to be a Celtic, but my favorite Celtic, who had his moment, Leon Poe.
Yeah, you can kind of explain it to me.
And that's how I feel about TV shows too, man. I just love these little fucking people who just come in and spice up the episodes. You know what I mean?
That's a great point to make. So how about you answer my question now?
Yes.
If you were gonna like an NSYNC reunion without Justin Timberlake,
Oh, it would suck.
you know what I mean? So like,
Fuck.
what if? All right, here you go. What if all the Sublime band got together and they got somebody else?
They did. I saw them 4 times.
Okay.
The first time.
You know what? We're just gonna move on because you're not helping.
No.
So we're just.
Oh no! Actually, I was about to. First time, great. Second time, not gonna get into it. Third time, complete not into it. I'm over it.
Okay.
So, yeah, I'm actually with you on that. There is too much. There's a reason they're called supporting characters. There's not too much of them for a reason.
We're not talking about supporting characters. We're talking
that's
about
what they are.
The main guy
not
of
being
NSYNC
there.
was not there.
That's what I'm saying. So you're seeing the supporting guys. So no, I'm with you.
Well, I mean, don't do a reunion if you're NSYNC and you don't have Justin Timberlake. Everybody can show up.
Let me ask you this: was there a replacement for Justin Timberlake?
There is no replacement for Justin Timberlake.
You know what I mean, though? Did they supplement him?
I don't know. I didn't read the article.
Okay, so let me ask you this: what if they threw in who's like the lead guy from Backstreet Boys, Nick Carter?
It doesn't matter.
What if they threw him in?
No, you know what they would have to
That'd be awesome.
The only thing that they could have done is fucking Tupac it and hologram Justin Timberlake.
Ooh.
Have Jessica Biel do his lyrics. I don't know. People like her still. She's dope. They're married. They've been married for a while, and they seem to be happy.
You should do it.
I can't sing like him.
But they could hologram his voice in.
They could do that. I can still bust a move.
Oh yeah.
Do people still bust moves?
Yeah.
Or do they just do that thing where they shake their hand and and then kick their leg back?
Oh, I know what you're talking about, the internet thing. Yeah.
I don't know. Every dance that I see now is basically a touchdown dance from the 90s. Before they started taking the fun out. And you know what? You're getting me off track here. You get me off track. And that's your fault. Because I'm one who always sticks to, the rundown sheets, and I don't go off track. And I'm not going to let you hold me down anymore. One of my most favorite articles that I've seen recently is it says U.S. doctors are accused of trading prescriptions for sex and cash.
Nice.
You know? To me, it's two birds with one pen and pad. I really enjoyed this article, and I have some other things I want to say about it. So we're actually, I'm going to postpone it. I want to postpone it. Let's get to what everybody else is talking about. It's early in the podcast. I don't want to lose too many people after I had that 6 minutes of dribble. Game of Thrones, bitches! Game of Thrones came out with the new episode of the new season on Sunday, and I don't remember anything about what I watched. Most of it is because I had some red wine, and another part is because I had binged the whole show again before I started the new season because I couldn't remember anything, and I'm like, I'll just watch it all again. And then I just was basically on Game of Thrones overload. Like, I really don't remember what happened in the first episode. Like, I think Jon Snow found out that he was gay. The walking impaired kid was, like, always eye-fucking somebody. And, and this is true. They killed Mac from Always Sunny. He was in a scene.
I saw that.
I didn't see the scene. I'm not going to go back. I'm not going to go back and watch it. But I saw that he was in an episode. He was in a quick scene, and they killed him off right away.
He got, like, stabbed in the eye.
That is the second TV show that I've seen Mac from Always Sunny killed in.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know, he was in Lost. Any of you Lost fans, he was Aldo, the security guard for like the Dharma Initiative or the others, one of the two.
I think it was the other guys. Others.
And Kate and Sawyer got away from him, and there was a flashback where he was there again. And the producer, I know this for a fact, the producer of Lost was a fan of Always Sunny. That's why he ended up getting Mac in the show. Like, Dennis was in the 80s show.
Yeah.
And
and
Dee was in one of the greatest movies ever made, Coyote Ugly.
Mm-hmm. And she was in Curb.
Oh yeah, was it an early episode? I don't watch a lot of Curb, so
season 1 or 2.
Oh okay, yeah. So I mean that's mid '90s, right?
She just like played somebody's wife.
Yeah.
She was just.
Oh no, she was just a girl at a bar, in Coyote Ugly, but there was a girl in a bar in one of the greatest movies ever made, so she has that on her old IMDb page.
You ever see her audition tape?
Of course not.
It's cool.
I'm sure it is. I'm a big Caitlin Olsen fan, but only in Always Sunny and maybe if I ever met her personally. Otherwise, I'm good.
Yeah,
I don't want anybody to eat her babies, though. Don't eat her babies.
Oh, food.
Oh. There we go. I got the pizza guy.
I was like, why is everyone fucking calling me?
Mr. Popular over here. His phone keeps ringing. And,
cool, coming out now.
You know, so they killed off Mac. It's the second TV show I've actually seen him killed in. And, actually the third. Because there was the episode of Always Sunny where Mac and Charlie die. Where they pretend to kill themselves off when the dad gets out of jail. Again, spoiler alert. For an old show that's been out for a while. You know? If you're not up to date on these shows, what you need to do is do what I did last night, and you need to be eating tacos, kicking ass, and catching up on these shows. Because if you guys aren't going to be privy to the material that I'm talking about, then you know, tough tomatoes for you. You know. So what do we got here? We got the Celtics. We got NSYNC. The fuck else can I ramble about? Let's get to the story I wanted to talk about here. So,
I got your pizza.
Doctors are trading prescriptions for sex and cash. I almost said sex and cash favors. It's cash and sexual favors. And you know what I say to this? You know what I say when I see that doctors are accused of trading prescriptions for sex and cash? I say good. I say good. Let the fucking junkies fall where they may. Give them all the scripts so they can just fucking drop. All right? And then the fucking doctors, you know, they can get hepatitis and the HIVs. All right? It's all full circle. It's full circle. We can get rid of the junkies, and we can get rid of the doctors who don't know what the fuck they're doing. Just let them keep doing it. Just let them keep doing it. And speaking of prescriptions, cash and sex, Tiger Woods got another green fucking jacket. You know, won the Masters. There, James. Won the Masters. Had some epic come from behind win in the old Masters.
Sports.
Just talking about Game of Thrones. That's a Game of Thrones reference. Might not be landing. I guess I could say it's not King's Landing. Oh! How much acid and cocaine do you need to do to come up with a fucking story like Game of Thrones? A shit ton, right? Like, it's not like, we're not talking like a Friday night. Or, weekend in the Cape there, you know what I mean? You're gonna go to the nude beaches in Martha's fucking Vineyard, see some old bulls.
Yeah.
Some saggy tits.
Yeah.
Ride a moped.
Yeah.
Get a bunch of blow. You know what I mean?
Somewhere.
Crushing life. But, just think about how many drugs you have to do to come up with a story like that. You got dragons and magic priests, blood magic and dark magic priests do dark and blood magic, and North Pole zombies. All the outcasts from fucking Santa's Village.
Are they elves?
No, they're North Pole zombies. Watch more of the show. You'll see. They're North Pole zombies. And, Jesus Christ, I'll tell you. Here's one thing that I know, is that show definitely needed like a, like a Southie house. If you're not from around here, like a South Boston house.
What do you mean?
I just, like, they have all these different, houses. I want to say the word clans, but...
I know what you mean.
Houses. And I just... They all have these accents, and they all have these ways of lives, and I just thought it would be fucking hilarious if, all of a sudden, they don't have to last. They can all get wiped out soon, because that's what happens in history for the Irish people, is we normally just show up to a battle outnumbered. We kill 80% of you fucks, but, there wasn't enough of us, so you win. And, can you just imagine... Like, the fucking Southie house walks in, and it's like, House Jameson, or House Glendalough. And, like, everybody has a flag that has a sigil, or, like, a sign that represents your house, and it's just, like, a picture of a fucking empty Miller High Life 40. And, all the guys are in Adidas jumpsuits and Kangol hats with horrible Boston accents. And then they have the one black guy who's lived in Southie his entire life, but somehow he never developed the Southie accent. You guys know what I'm talking about. All right? Let's be honest here. The brothers did not pick up the accent. I don't care what part of Boston you go to. You're never going to hear a black dude who drops his R's. You just don't hear it. Somehow they've eluded the New England accent. It's actually relatively breathtaking, considering... anyway. So, and then I just thought it would be cool because it's accurate, too. Like, you have all these different places of the world and all these people who speak different and look different, and you just got all these pasty white guys in the jumpsuits and the Kangol hats and the horrible accent, and the one black guy who doesn't. And then, one guy walks up and he's like packing a lip of, Barry Skull. And he's, walks up to the crown and, spits in the cup. And he goes, yeah, we only recognize one true king there, guy. And, that's King O' fucking Gallagher, kid. You know? So if you don't like the king in the Northeast, the king in New England, why don't you go fuck yourself? Like, I thought it would be funny. And you know what's funny? Is there was only like one black prominent guy in Game of Thrones.
Oh, yeah.
And what happened to him is exactly what you would think would happen to a black guy in a show like that. He was some rich guy. I think they were in like the city of Karth or something like that. He was like some guy who grew up poor and now he had like all this money and he was a big person in the town. He was like one of like the I don't know, senators or whatever it is. And then he made the biggest mistake that all the brothers make, and he started eyeballing the white women with the dragons. You know what I mean? And you know, they don't like that. They don't like that. The show is from the old times. You know what I mean? You're gonna be eyeballing no white woman back then. If you couldn't do it in Blazing Saddles, you definitely couldn't do it back then. In whatever time Game of Thrones was going on. So you know what they did to him? They did to him what they do to pretty much what they do with him now. They locked his ass up life. You know what I mean?
Looking?
Yo, no trial, no jury. They just, well, he did some stuff. I mean, It's not like he was completely innocent. But when push comes to shove, that's what they did. They just locked his ass up. Parole. Life, no parole. You know? And they put him in like this tomb thing and they closed the door. I'm like, they just gave the only black guy they've ever had, like, with like more than 7 lines in the show, life. I'm just saying, the story was written by an old white guy. I guess my real point is that I guess it's just not that much of a fantasy show, you know, considering that they're sticking with some facts.
Has its realistic elements, I guess.
Yeah. Hey, what do I know? I'm just a big meanie in striped pants watching Game of Thrones and kicking ass. There's no Asians in the show either.
Not a single?
Nah, not that I can remember really. Oh, blacks and Asians. That's right. Tiger Woods. I never finished my my point on Tiger Woods. How the hell did I get so far away?
It was my fault, remember?
From Tiger Woods.
Yeah.
Oh, the King's Landing joke. The King's Landing, and then I... Yeah. So Tiger... Yeah, because Tiger's won the Masters.
Yeah.
You guys saw what I did. If you didn't, go fuck yourself. And then the doctors were all willy-nilly with the prescription pads, and you know, people were fucking, and they were getting their meds. And so my point was, you know, with the doctors being willy-nilly with the prescription pads, and, you know, Tiger's fucking kicking ass, and he's winning the Masters. And so you know what was going on that night, you know? Tiger was popping pills, drinking red wine, getting his balls polished and jiggled and all that fun. And, you know.
Well, R. Kelly music.
Yeah, you know, this was some fun stuff going on there. And, you know?
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
Tiger. It's funny seeing him back. Doing the same old Tiger things.
Yeah, same old Tiger thing. So,
But, like, bald.
you know, let's get out of here. I'm done.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk to these fucking people anymore.
Want to eat some,
We want to do a little pizza action here.
fajita?
And, fajita. I like what, see what he did was he got a fajita pizza and he called it a fajita.
Yeah.
These are the things that you curse with when you're a comedian. It's just this continuous ability to come up with material that you fucking people would never have the ability. Wait, I don't want to.
Fucks.
I gotta be nice to the guest. Gotta be nice to the guest.
But I'm kind of with you on this. Don't question my community.
Yeah. So happy birthday to old Jay Trigg there, and then
Whole bunch of people. Actually.
yeah, a whole bunch of people.
A lot of April birthdays.
A whole lot of April birthdays, and then 21 Davidge is coming up soon.
Yeah.
21 Davidge. You know who we do this for?
John.
It's for all 7. It's all 7 of my fans. All 7 of them.
All the homies.
Maybe 8 now.
Maybe 8.
Maybe 8.
Maybe
I don't know.
8.
I
Who
feel like we
knows?
got to 7 last time. I think we'd be at 8 now. I don't know. So, from me to you, fellas and ladies.
Of course, the ladies.
Can't forget the ladies.
Can't forget the ladies.
Can't forget the ladies. You want to keep that basketball team. You remember the ladies. And on that note, we'll see you again somewhere over yonder.
Out there.
And here I go.